round 6 from ERA. We are in the booth today, and we is me and Mr. Gameboy himself. Gameboy, how are
you? I'm happy to be back here after a great break.
Good to have you back, my friend. Good to have you back. What are your thoughts on the track today? I know you're you're lounging around Europe, so you're not familiar with these parts of the country or the world. So, what are your thoughts on COTA?
COTA, I like COTA personally. It's, in my opinion, the best track in America. However, it is looking dry in this Tier 2 race of 2D. So let's see what they will do in qualifying first, and then I think we will have an exciting race for coming up.
Thank you very much, my friend. When you say it's dry, in terms of you're talking about qualifying, we don't have any inside information as of yet for the race, do we?
No, but from the looks of it, it's just dry, man.
Well, you should have seen T1 the other day. They had dry and then wet race. Pouring race, mind you, sorry. So,
yeah. I would love to join the wet race.
It looked fun if you didn't like fun. It was one of the it looked like torture. So we hope today they have a dry track out here out first. Who do we have out first on track? Let me see.
It's Sargent in the
All right, perfect, Mr. Sargent, a favourite of the commentary booth camera.
Already, the Kicksauber is not my favourite. However, I do like Sargent.
Oh, he's fun! Oh, shivers! Oh, no.
Oh my God.
Sargent, my friend.
And he reset it to track.
Yeah, that's okay. Look,
that's a big no-no.
It is a big no-no. I almost feel sorry for the guy.
It's not even booked up.
Hasn't. We're gonna go James Ablett. James Ablett's the first one out on track now, ladies and gentlemen.
Anyway, we just got through turn 1 on the hill, which is an hairpin, then through the S's. You can take those first part of the S's flat. Then we got the slower S's, which is getting slower and slower and slower and more technical. Over the hill we go, flat out until the hairpin before coming up to the DRS straight. Brake around 60, 50 on the throttle. DRS will now open, and it's a big run up to turn 12, which will most likely be most of the overtakes being around here. Another hard braking zone into 12. Now we got the technical part of sector 3 coming up. Very difficult traction zone coming out of this right-hander, and then the left-hander as well. Go wide on the entry and take the throttle into the right-hander. And then we got the final 2 corners. Watch out for this one because track limits is here on the right hand side. He keeps it well within the lines. Through the final corner, DRS wide open, and there's a 134.6 to start.
Not a bad lap. He did have to put on the brakes a bit there towards the end of that. When he was swinging around, he almost went wide, so he's put on the brakes. So probably a bit of time there for James that he can make up. We've got Dobbin, we've got Autran at 134. Thanks for that, Gamble, by the way. The track layout, we can tell you it's probably one of your best tracks or favourite tracks. That was very well detailed.
like I told you, I like COTA. It's the best track of America, in my opinion.
Can you do me a favor? Can you check did you check the stream to see if it's
I did check it. It is good.
It's good. Perfect. No problem. Let's have a look here.
We got information for dogs. 30 minutes into the race, we will have some rain.
Wow.
So it starts off dry and there'll be a rainy end.
That's worse because they don't get to have one setup. They have to mix and match. So the drivers will have to have a mix between the 2 setups to be able to race efficiently within the race. and make the most of it. That's
was the
insane.
fastest lap on medium tires.
79% chance of rain, I heard. Sorry to interrupt you there. 79% chance it came up on the screen. Someone has just let us know. That's insane. Sorry, continue, Gambler.
But yeah, Frosty just turned in the fastest lap of the qualifying so far with actually the medium tire. 33.2 for him.
Yeah, that's a bit of a flex. Kyle, there's
But
Carl's put it on the medium as well. My goodness.
Just showing the McBalls.
That is a that's a big ball move, to be honest. We'll see if any of the soft runners can get past the top two medium runners that have qualified in the front row.
Well, you would think so. Jake now on P4 with a 34.2.
I assume that's because they want to use an extra pair of softs to race. If the chance of rain is going to be cut halfway through, like you said, they get softs, and then maybe they can go on to some intermediates. I think that's possibly why they've kept it.
If they changeable conflict, then softs will be the fast tire.
Yeah, so that extra pair might help them by qualifying on a set of mediums, per se. But again, it's one of those things where do you sacrifice, grip position for tyres? What would you do in that regard? If it's going to rain halfway through the race, what are your thoughts?
If it starts raining, then yeah, sure, go. And here's the safety car, you definitely have to go to the intermediate tire, as it's only getting heavier from the reports. However, it is changeable conditions, and you do need to pit. I would still go, yeah, I don't know. It's very difficult to say now. Usually I make up the strategy on the spot.
On the spot? So on the spot, I'm going to ask you what you would do, just to let you know. I want you to tell us what you would do during the race when it happens, so we know.
Try me.
Oh, well. We've got Sargent now. Sargent's final on his lap, it looks like.
Yeah, Sargent now on a lap. Does he still have his front wing? Looks like it. Yeah, no damage from what I can see. So this time he didn't pit on the entry of the lap. But yeah, this guy has been on pole position multiple times this season, but only manages to convert it to only once.
Yeah, that was it was a phenomenal race, last race. Hopefully we can continue this luck throughout this race, or this talent throughout this race. It didn't start too well, but Sargent, phenomenal driver. So.
This guy had no luck whatsoever this season.
It wasn't. He didn't even start a lap, so it's just one of those things where we love Sargent, and Sargent's a highlight reel amongst the community, so let's see what time he puts in. Pole position, ladies and gentlemen.
But it is on the soft tire. Kyle will have some extra pace in this car as well, as he sets his time on mediums. Keep in mind that.
We got DRS out on his lap. He's currently in 4th.
And he's currently sliding all over the place.
He's not done too badly there. Let's see what his sector 2 split is.
And if you're watching, please like and subscribe if you want more, if you like the content ERA brings. But yeah, if you're new, do know that there is a little bet between DRS and dogs. I keep repeating every stream.
So
if dogs manage,
you go ahead. I thought you left the pause for me. No, you go ahead. No, this is your turn. Go ahead. You tell. Hey. Go for it.
If Dogs outscores DRS Maestro over with 50 points, other way around, if DRS Maestro outscores Dogs with 50 points this season, dogs will have to change his name to Mr. Puppies. But if you manage to be within 80 points or actually higher than him in the championings, then it will be DNF Maestro, as he's not been called that before.
So, and the potential DNF Maestro has actually gotten onto the second row, or higher up the second row, should I say, with a third position quality time at this point. And so he's in at third on the grid. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, so if there's the gaps between I Took Your Dogs and DRS is 50 points, either way, one of them will have to change their name to something that the other has chosen. Now we've got Larodri on the end of her lap here.
On a corner, easy on the traction. Don't just slam it.
Yeah, no, in it.
It's P8.
Oh, so Larodri in a P8. So in terms of championship leaders, we have Anime Boy, who's actually our championship leader in terms.
It sounds like I lost the sound of J-Dog.
There we go. Sorry, apologies. My mic cut out. So in the championship standings, we have Anime Boy, Rodri and Dogs, who round out our top three. Now they're looking to be getting a few points up here today. Usually in terms of qualifying, you see most of those in towards the middle of the pack. That means they're great at moving up towards the front of the pack and just keeping the car on the track, really, as Dogs would say. Who we got out Game Boy? XM Us.
Dogs is going to be setting a lap now, so let's run on board with him. He's going to start his lap right now on the soft tires.
Will it be I Took Your Grid position?
It is not his favorite track, you know. You told me before. And DRS Maestro is looking good here, as he is currently P3. But you're through the S's, first part is flat out if you got your setup right, and it's getting slower over time. Very difficult corner over here, as you can lose the back end.
Not too bad at all. Well done.
And now
ooh, bit of a lock up.
Yeah, those lockups not looking good. Mila Hespy has joined.
He's checking the car. So let's have a look at Sector 2 time when it comes up.
And it's a 103.3. Oof, I think he's actually a little bit behind. Now coming up Sector 3. Basically 2 more corners to go, as this one is easy flat.
You've got to be careful though, taking it too much inside, otherwise you disqualify yourself on the inside of the track.
Track limits, yeah. There's a white line on the side of the track. Keep between the two and you're good. If you go side, Carl did many times before.
And that's in the 13th.
Getting track limit penalties.
Dog's placing himself in a 13th position. A bit of time there to shave off. But like he always says, listen, we can move up from the bottom to the top. Last week we saw Dogs only drove half the race and move up to a decent position. So we'll see what he can do here.
Zarjan is on a lap and almost spun coming out of the corner at Sector 3. He was setting a purple Sector 2, but he ruined it. He ruined it. Oh no.
Let me have a look who's on their lap
at the moment. Yeah, he's coming in now.
So we've got Vrome on their lap. I'm very concerned for the formation car. Formation lap, when they go at formation lap. Formation car. Formation lap. Very concerned for that formation lap.
we had some incidents before on the formation that we very much do not like to see the return of those. But
We got
remember
Vrome.
that this track, especially the one, is very tricky. And you might be coming up to the back.
Oh, Vrome a bit wide. As Gameboy said, yes, the track is tricky, especially the first corner. So in terms of driving as well, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you please do not go 7 cars wide on the first corner if you're listening drivers. It's one of those things that, you know, there's a whole race to go. And it is it squeezes that corner. So the first, you know how it's so really wide going up that hill and then it squeezes downhill? You see a lot of incidents happen when people try and come out of, try and cut that inside of that corner, and people taking the corner long and they just T-bone. So we just got to be careful with that as well.
I mean, you can try it, of course, but sometimes it's very good and sometimes it's very shit.
It's not very good to T-bone anyone. I'm saying don't. And it's never 7 wide, never very good. Don't listen to the guy. Hey, listen. When you're racing next week and you're back and I'm commentating for T1, you better not take it 7 wide. Oh, XM ooze, almost ooze, sliding everywhere.
Now a car in front of him. Is he on a lap? Looks like he's on a lap.
He's on a lap.
Ooh. He's having some traffic. Traffic is DNF Maestro in his way.
Oh, the few cars.
No.
This car's got to make sure it gets out of the way.
Out of the way.
Oh, not. It's Mercedes needs to kind of.
It's Jake.
Is it Jake? It is.
It is Jake. And now he moves aside.
Jake moves. My boy. I don't know if it was too late. I'm not too sure. Depending on the drive, I have to look at the telemetry in terms of whether it was impeding or not. But yes, you may stop the car because you thought he wouldn't get out of the way. That is a possibility. So yeah, you do have to get out of the way sooner. Be a bit more aware. Put the mini map on full map.
And that's invalidation of push. As he cut the inside of the final course.
Yeah, I did see that. and Dogs, just in the meantime, you're up in 5th position. Just behind his rival DRS Maestro, so it's a cracking lap from Dogs.
And it looks like the flag has fallen, so
it has.
Anyone on the lap right now?
I'm on board with Rodri. Rodri's lap now.
Double is coming with the line and does not improve his position. P15 for them.
Sector 1, Rodri's up on the time by 1.5 tenths. Oh, invalidation. And that's a tough one. Now, who we got else on the lap? Anime Boy's just finishing his lap now. 10th position.
P10. 34 for 0. 1.5 seconds down on Sargent. But Sargent is also on a lap, is he?
Sargent is, he sure is. He's
improving by a minimum.
Gee, this is close. Gente's finished, so Sargent will have pole if Kyle doesn't pip him. Can Kyle pip him? Kyle is up by 4 tenths. Kyle gets pole at the moment. Wow, phenomenal time.
31.9.
1:31.9, ladies and gentlemen. So Kyle and
my full time on last year's game. Jeez.
Can Sargent get pole here? Can he win it back from Kyle? He doesn't. He's close. He's close, but he doesn't. DRS Maestro puts himself into P3. DRS having a blinder of a qualifying up in the P3 from allegedly it's allegedly not one of his best, so I'd hate to see his best, you know. So well done by him. So just around.
He had to practice the track.
So just Gameboy, if you want to round that out for us, just the top 10 drivers.
Okay, so now we have Kyle on pole position with Sargent rounding up the front row. Maestro and Argento right behind them as Sean Frosty and Dogs take third row. Oos and Jake on the fourth row. Arthur and Henry Boy round off the top 10. Then we have Rome, Roger, James and Warriors right behind them with Dubwater, Scrollback, Lore and Hespe running off the grid. So, was a very close qualifying at top with Cal and Sargent, as there's a little gap to DRS Maestro, but what are your predictions?
My predictions, well, I'm glad you asked. So, before I get into my predictions, I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, in the break, make sure you take 5 minutes. Don't press X. Roger will ready up the grid, so make sure you just go, grab a drink, go to the bathroom, whatnot, and we'll let you know when to proceed to the start of the formation lap. Now, for my predictions, it's interesting because we have a few drivers who, at the front of the grid, are very fast, but can they finish the race? Yes, they can finish the race. We've seen that.
The question is, can they keep it between the white lines?
They can. And we just got to make sure that they do and they win. However...
How are we going to make sure of it?
No. By commentating on them so much, they keep it in the white lines. But then we have cars. Then we have races like Dogs and Rodri who move up the field gradually, and Anime Boy, they move up the field gradually. So there's consistency and speed, and there needs to be a balance between both. So again, I don't really have a prediction for a driver who will win this. I reckon DRS will actually win this race. I'm going to pull it. I'm going to say it now. I reckon DRS will get a win in this race, if not second position.
Ooh.
And
you know what they say, right? Commentators curse.
No, that's not a curse. That's a win. That's Hey, listen. Don't say that, because now you've just cursed him. You've just cursed him now by saying commentators curse. I'm not cursing. I'm hoping he wins. No, it's what are your predictions, Game Boy? What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's gonna be very close in the three for the positions. And yeah, I think mostly just isn't P5, P6, 7 or something. But yeah, last week he was fighting for the lead as well with Sargent. I reckon he comes up as well to fight with Sargent and Carl.
Who do you reckon's going to win the race?
Who's going to win the race?
Yes.
I don't know, man. It's very
No, we have to pick it. No, this is what we do. I've picked one. I picked DRS, and you've said commentators curse, so you have to pick one too.
You pick DRS, and I pick Dogs.
Go for it. Done. Easy. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a rivalry prediction on our hands here. DRS Maestro is my prediction to win the race. He's in at third. Dogs, I believe, finish in fifth position in qualifying. We'll start on the grid fifth. And that is Game Boy's prediction. So, who will come out on top here in COTA? They are 24 points apart at the moment. They're bet needing another 26 points until Dogs wins, or 74 until Maestro wins. So, a bit of game to be made up by Maestro here. Let's see if we can get it done. And that's what I'm hoping for, but... we like to see an interesting rivalry. There's no such thing as a pancake rivalry, which, it's turning out to be a little bit, I think.
Pancake rivalry?
Yeah, like flattened.
There you go, guys. You learn something new every time you come to ERA Tier 2 races.
Or they lose brain cells every time they listen to
Well, remember last time out we had someone with mental damage?
We did. Hopefully that's fixed now, ready for the race. We didn't hear anything from their medics, but we hope that's ready to go because they are driving the race, so,
This time they will be traumatized, brought to the hospital with the helicopter.
Let's just wait for the formation lap first before we start we've already made predictions, and you can't don't curse my driver. You can't do that. You're not allowed to.
Okay, no longer chatting around the guys. We're now actually into the race.
Oh no! So, ladies and gentlemen,
the
as
formation
well,
lap, I mean.
we are in the formation lap. But while we're watching formation lap, we do have news that it will be a mid. Obviously, we know it's going to be mid-wet race. So
it's going to be a dry to wet race. Everyone, very exciting. Who's going to put on a dry setup? Who's going to put on a wet setup? If the wet is coming out midway, I'll put on a wet setup, in my opinion.
Oh, interesting tyre setup. So what tyres would you start with before you look at them? What tyres would you start with, Gamboy?
It depends on what the rain is actually.
So it's going to come in mid race.
If it's around lap 14, I would go for mediums or hards.
Okay.
I would definitely not start on the softs.
So we have one racer on the softs, Mr. Sean Frost himself. Can he, this bold move? Can he pull it off? This is complete opposite to our Guru Game Boy's race strategy. Guru Game Boy. I do like that actually.
There's a first time for everything.
So it is a very big gamble in terms of putting on the softs. However, in the case that there is a early safety car, which would have to be around lap 4 or 5, that can be swapped with another set of softs, and then you would be good to go onto the intermediates, which would give you massive advantage. That is a big what if, and if buts and maybes don't win races, so we'll just have to see. We have a majority of drivers on mediums, and a few drivers on hards, which are Gente, your favourite Jake, Anime Boy Vrome, James Ablett, and Dob Walters. Very spread out, so not even front or to front. It's not even towards the front of the pack or the back. They're very spread out in terms of where they've decided to, the tyres. It's very interesting. It's not like I'm at the back and we put hards on. It's an individualized strategy, it looks like, no matter what.
Yeah. Of course, in league races you only look towards yourself, not to your teammate.
Of course. And we're about to get underway, waiting for the lights to go up.
Ooh, and who's disqualified and now has been set back in the grid.
And the Hespe also following, yeah.
So no
tires will be cold as hell. And we're off. Who gets a good start
here? And it's lights out and away we go.
Kyle with a great start here.
On the inside, is going to make a move into turn 1. He is alongside. And
he gets it done.
And takes P1 for now.
Oh, we got some action. We got some action back here. Who's that? We got some carnage back here. Who's that? Anime Boy is on the grass. I think there was a lot of contact. I did see that.
Yeah, he is from wing damage for I'm gonna
Oh my god, Gente taking a spin. Gente falls down the grid, he's third. He was third, now in 11th.
He spins again.
He did spin again, I didn't see that. Ladies and gentlemen, this track is very, very slippery, and it hasn't started raining yet. So
Law also with his spin. We got multiple spinners in sector 1 and 2.
We got Sean Frost down the inside on the soft.
Fighting for the lead, and Sargent takes the lead. Not taking back, Kyle was in pole position. However, Sean Frost on the soft now right behind him. He took up 2 positions in the first lap.
Wow.
DRS Maestro and P4. Dogs and P5, two rivals right behind each other.
This has made things interesting, tell you what. This has made things very interesting. Dogs and Maestro 5th and 4th is a big... This is a big moment in their rivalry. We've got Dogs 2.5 behind.
Looking to make the gap 6 tenths. The gap right now. Trying to get 4 tenths extra into the S's, although he's losing a little bit out of the...
His ERS is very low. Very low.
Yeah, but so is Kyle's. 35% for Mr. Williams. Sean Frosty on the softs, closing the gap on them.
Kyle's closing in on Sargent now.
And DRS can be activated lap 2, which is now. So coming onto the straight, what will we see? Meanwhile, we have 2 boxes of Enemy Boy and Hesby. Hesby going actually to the horse.
Let's see who's got the straight line speed. Dogs up the back of Maestro. Can he make the... He's not going to make that lunge. He's keeping his DRS very safe.
Carl takes the lead. Nice.
Oh, side by side. Getting the elbows out.
Carl did.
Oh, there goes Sean. Sean trying to go on the outside. Sean's going to go over under. Great. Bit of a wiggle.
Sean on the outside now for this corner. And takes the position.
Sean gets it done. Wow.
Coming from P5. And
I tell you what, those softs Game Boy paying off. Those softs are paying off, my friend.
The rivals are fighting. 4th or 5th. And Dogs almost touching the DRS Maestro.
What an exciting first few laps, tell you what. DRS is having a look at Kyle. What are the position changes? How are they looking?
Top 2 have increased, have come forwards. Meanwhile, Kyle lost 2 and DRS -1. Dog now right behind DRS Maestro, which has gained 1. And LaRodri gained
LaRodri's
6.
in 6. We have Maestro, Dogs, and LaRodri 4, 5, and 6 here. We have the rivalry here and the championship battle here. So Dogs really the pinnacle of it all, being involved in both the rivalry and the championship battle. Let's see what happens here.
Back to Sean Frosty. He has the DRS wide open now. Can he make the move into turn 12?
He's going to make the move.
A little bit of battery. To the inside line and little touchy.
It was a little bit. He was moving over there. That's fine.
And still side by side going into sector 3. Around the outside he goes. Can he keep his car there?
Great driving. Great driving.
Now the inside line. Ooh, leaves his space. He doesn't leave the space. He tried to squeeze out Sargent, and Sargent said, no. I'm gonna keep my car right here.
Look into. We don't. The stewards will have a look at it in terms of the angle. I mean, it did look like. It was a bit of an illegal contact, but at the same time, Sean Frost's a bit of trouble because he's pitting for those softs. I was about to say he's in a bit of trouble because he needed to get past on those softs. So what's he going to put on now? You reckon mediums has to?
And because of that incident, now Kyle is taking back the lead from Sargent.
And it could be a potential penalty there in play as well for Sargent, who, mind you, is been on pole for most of our races, for a lot of our starts this season, and has had one first place, which was one grid. It was free one, didn't he? Did win when we commentated.
I don't know. It was Sargent.
Yeah. He won. He won. Yeah. So he's won. He's won. So in terms of percentage.
It's a safety car.
Oh, who's out?
It's a safety car. I think Lore crashed in the final corner. There's no front wing.
It's a bit of a soft safety car. Let the boys drive. That will hurt. You know who that will hurt the most? Sean Frost. Poor bloke.
It actually did, yeah. As he just pitted for.
He just pitted for fresh mediums, and he's gonna lose out to the others pitting now because if they do, which if anyone has fresh softs on, they may put on fresh softs.
You should do. Even if you have mediums on, you should pit right now to new tires. Kyle is listening to the commentary as he is going into the box.
Well, it's a touch and go on lap 3. It depends on. So they're all on lap 3 or 4 lap old tires, right? Now,
because you can make it to the rain on medium tires. Now you can definitely make it to the rain on medium tires.
Do you think they would have made it anyway? If it's midway,
I don't know when the rain comes out. But people are putting hards on. So it can be later than halfway through the race. But yeah, look how much this has hurt. But Frosty.
Has really
People
hurt
are
it.
coming out of the box and he is still going through the final corner.
And he's on the medium tyre, mind you, as well. So, the fresh medium. So, Kovac's here with the best decision, in my opinion. If you're going to have an early rain shower, which you don't know about, the softs would have been the best decision there. If the rain's coming earlier, the softs.
But we missed something really important, you know.
What?
We missed an overtake of dogs on DRS Maestro.
We did too. That might have been done in the pits, I'm not too sure, but that did happen. Ladies and gentlemen, Dogs is in front of DRS Maestro. I didn't see them swap. I didn't see them have the swap there, so maybe Dogs had a better pit.
Possibly. But how difficult is it to press an X button on the right time?
You'd have to ask DRS. I'm not sure, but there may have been an issue with the going into the pit even can be a bit slower. You might not have known the speed limit. He broke a bit earlier, and Dogs knew it. There's a lot of margin you can make up in that regard to get those small, tiny swaps there if you're not that far behind, which he wasn't. But then again, I mean, it doesn't mean too much at this point in the race because we have so much more race to go. They're on different tyre strategies, mind you. So,
yeah, as some have used their medium tyres in quali, means that they don't have fresh ones now, concluding that they will go in, that they are going to hard tyres.
Oh. No, do you get two sets of mediums or one?
Depends on the tyre allocation you choose.
That's true. So some of them might have two mediums.
On balance, you get two mediums. Harder, you get two hards. And if you go softer, you get one extra set of softs.
I would never go harder, to be honest. I haven't ever done that setup before. Usually, if you're going to have a sprint, you would probably do balanced. And if I usually do softer for league races because you get 4 sets.
But there are some position changes between Cheek and Frosty.
Yes, bring that up. The two kicks and two McLarens. Look at this. It's a double kick, double McLaren. First and second row.
Well, they didn't pit yet, so the kicks will be kicked in their arms.
That's alright, they're still there. We can still tell them, we can still say they're there. Sargent, interesting move from Sargent there. Now, he was the front runner, wasn't he? With Kyle.
Yes.
Was Kyle overtook Sargent before that he went into the pit?
No, Sargent overtook Kyle.
Okay.
And then there was an incident between Sargent and Frosty.
Did he? It looked like he hit the safety car.
Sargent before going into the pits.
Yeah, Sargent, be careful. Hey, Maskren might be bugging out, but it looked like he ran into the back of the safety car. We'll see it on stream anyway. Are you following Sargent?
First time for everything. What?
Are you following Sargent?
I am.
Yeah.
Safety car coming in this lap. So top 4 who has not yet pitted will be getting the perfect. Are they getting the perfect restart to stay ahead?
They're going to be in trouble regardless a little bit. Sargent needs to be protected by Vrome. He needs to get a great start so he can carry it away and make sure that all the other cars take a while to get past the other cars that haven't pitted yet. But he's taken off now. Good. No one got caught napping there. All off.
Oh, that's Kyle. Kyle. Spun right off the line.
It was a spin or was contact?
Too eager on the throttle and spins his car around.
Shivers.
On the restart. And now on in P17 with no front wing. Oh no. Anyway, back to the front runners.
Oh no. I'm very concerned.
That means
Is there a spinner? We got a yellow flag. Here's where we're going, boy. Or is that just still Kyle?
It was actually looks to be Laura who's still catching up the
Laura.
pack.
Gee, Laura, bit of damage on the. That's a bit of a expensive fix that at the moment.
Meanwhile, Dogs now
Dogs past Dog Walters.
P4, making the fresh tires into use. Now under pressure from Dog Walters. Is he gonna go for the inside?
Dog Walters on the inside.
Goes for the inside. Is he gonna make the move stick?
He does. Dogs over under. Great move by Dogs. Phenomenal. Phenomenal stuff, and DRS slips through. He saw it coming.
DRS and Dog Walters fighting side by side into sector 3. Switching positions over. And now DRS Maestro takes the position.
DRS had to go through there because he could not let Dogs get away. Dogs accelerated so hard off that line then. It looked like from my point of view. Oh, he's on the inside. Jeevers. Sean Frost driving like a man possessed to get back what he lost. Dog Walters, what's happened?
LaRodri overtaking LaRodri. Overtaking Dom.
Oh, Dom on the outside.
On the outside.
Dom Walters been eaten alive with those old hards. Eaten alive.
Meanwhile, Arthron did take a penalty for track limits. Just remember, Arthron, there are 2 lines on the side of the track. Keep within the 2, and you're good.
Always after a safety car, everyone starts to get mental in terms of race. Everyone races so hard and nicely, mind you, but also we have some special moments. But always after a safety car, like last week as well. Oh my God! Sean Frost on the inside again. Sean, my man. As long as there's safe moves, we're going to calm down. Gee, shivers. That was a 3 wide at that corner there.
Overtakes room for P2. This dog's gonna do anything. He is looking. Is he biting? No. He is waiting. No, he's gonna take the inside line.
Oh, mate.
Overtakes room for P3.
Mate.
What a great move.
Oh, I took your dignity. That was mental. That was a great move. Good on the inside there. Same. No, his old tyres would have hurt him. I was going to say same tyre strategy, but no, it's not. The Rome is getting eaten alive. DRS needs to get past. He's in trouble. He needs to get past here.
And now Arthur is next. Is he gonna submit to Mr. I took your position? I took your position. Waiting, and he outbreaks himself. Don't touch him.
Oh, gee, he knew what he had for breakfast yesterday. My goodness.
It was almost I took your rear end.
He almost I took your rear end. Again.
LaRodri on the back of Maestro.
Can LaRodri break up this rivalry battle to start the championship battle? Now,
she is P2 in the standings.
She is, and Dogs is in the 3rd. Dogs in 3rd at the standings, and now...
LaRodri spins! LaRodri spins!
Was there contact?
No, I don't know. I couldn't see. I was on onboard camera. But she spun coming out of turn 11.
They're such bad camera angles when you go onto the broadcast. They're really bad. You try and go to the broadcast view.
So she lost 4 positions to Agenta, Fossi, Kovac and Jake. Oh no.
Still plenty of time in this race.
Doggy over to Brown doggy style for 2.
Dog's in 2nd position flying. He is driving like a man possessed. He just want to wrap everything up. That's it. Take your championship, take your rivalry. I took you everything. I took you everything. That's what we should call him. This guy is driving like a man possessed. Vrome can't keep with him.
I almost took you out.
Almost took you out.
On the intermediates. What the hell is this guy doing? It's still completely dry.
I want some of what he's having because I'm not sure why he's putting them on yet. Intermediates shouldn't go on until the track is wet, ladies and gentlemen. But Kyle is especially having fun on this track because he's sat down the bottom there I'm just not sure why
And
that's
he has
happening.
a penalty for track limits.
Well, what's the penalty for Kyle? Is it 3 seconds?
Track limits is 3 seconds, yeah, which has been given to Arthur and Kyle and Lord. These three have been given track limit penalties.
It must be raining within the next 5 minutes then if he's done that. They've said, but still raining within the next 5 minutes, then the track has to get wet. So he's just been a bit premature with that decision.
And look at the gap that Dogs has created behind
Yeah,
him.
it's a massive gap.
Oh,
Maestro's finally passed. Oh, it's side by side with Autron.
Is he? Side by side. Rome, don't let them eat the cheese on your bread. And he did it. DRS Maestro up to P4. On the
We have Turtle on the stream. Inters is a wild decision, yes. I'm not sure. Inters is a wild decision. I think he just wants to have a bit of fun now and play, which is fine. Because the Inters is going to lose him so much time at the back there, unfortunately.
Oh, a little moment from Kovac, almost into the wall.
Well, Rodri making the move on Jake.
Frosty into the inside. Frosty takes the possession from Althorn. Now on the inside of turn 1. To P5 Mangoes.
Frosty is flying, mate. He's flying back. That bloke's got a man on a mission.
He has one guy in his mind, and he's currently...
Does he now?
And Dub Walters retired in the pits.
Good on him in the pits. That's always the way to do things, ladies and gentlemen.
He said, fuck this shit out, man.
Again. We got Ultra now on the back. Sean Frost on the inside, late braking. Will he take the inside line still? He does.
And Alfred actually gets position from Frosty back. But now side-by-side action into sector 3.
The rain has started, ladies and gentlemen.
Safety car and rain at the same time.
Poor Kyle TV.
Tires.
Poor Kyle TV. My poor guy. There is a safety car where they're going to pit for the Inters, and he has pit for the Inters too early.
If you're not in the Inters, go to the Inters now.
Would you recommend... You'd have to put the Inters now. There's no other way about it.
Sergeant stayed out.
Sergeant... Very... That's not an interesting decision, but... That's it. More than it is.
It has started raining, man.
Yeah, I don't know about that, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant will now lose most likely half the grid's worth of positions after he pits. Even more.
Which means that Dogs is now virtually the lead
Dogs
of the
will be the virtual leader of the race. Because Gente and Maestro... Maestro didn't pit!
Oh no.
DRS Maestro has neglected to make the pit stop at this point in time. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you look on my left, on the left-hand side, you will see there are a lot of eyes there with greens around them. And that is the majority decision.
I took a Dogs, but I for intermediate tire.
Yes, and then DRS Maestro has a H with a white circle around it. So please, we want this battle to continue. Make sure you go into the pits at least this lap.
And because he stayed out means very much that he has not yet recovered from his mental illness last week.
Mental damage. He's spastic. Mental illness. You don't even remember what you gave him? He's spastic. My goodness. So the front three drivers didn't put the intermediates on, and the rest of the grid have. Now, we do recommend putting them on. Please put them on. Otherwise, it's...
looking at the track is getting very wet now.
Well, it'll be unsafe for the rest of the drivers if it's wet conditions and you're on the dry, the dry tyres. Oh, Sergeant's almost spinning! Shivers!
It is interconditions now. You have to box now.
DRS Maestro will be kicking himself. DRS Maestro's thrown away position. I don't know how he does it. He's always up there. I don't know how he does it. He is very special. DRS, he's lost. DRS has stayed out.
Oh my, no.
I don't know, man. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if he's just trying to annoy us in the booth now at this point. I took your dogs, his rivals in at second place. So we have DRS Maestro in at 1, who I said would win the race. What are you doing, Gain? And took your dogs in at second, who Game Boy said would win the race. And this would have been a phenomenal battle. And hopefully may still be.
The right tires.
Well, we're not sure. Well, yeah. I don't know. I have nothing to say. You have just ruined one of the best prophecies of commentators ever. He has taken. You have just ruined one of the best race predictions ever, Maestro. I'll never forgive you for this. That's my goodness. Anyway, he is now the sole. He's the sole dry. He's the sole dry. The sole dry tire.
Oh my God. What is he doing?
I think he wants more screen time. That's why we knew we would look at it. Look, we are not sure what DRS is doing. We are sure he has a plan. Is it good? Maybe. Maybe not.
Going for the. He's going over the line, then makes a spin.
No, he's gonna. What I think DRS may be planning to do, if anything, is pit now, and that way, unless it comes in,
as
surely
the safety car comes in. As the safety car comes in.
Oh, is it coming in this lap? Surely. No. If it comes in this lap, he's in big trouble.
He's already sliding behind the safety car, man.
Yeah, Houston to DRS yet.
It is coming in.
Shivers.
Coming in this way.
Turtle says Houston to DRS. We're not in Kansas anymore, my guy.
Can we see another DNF Maestro in the making? Shall we, ladies and gents?
All eyes on DRS Maestro. The man I've predicted was currently leading Alberta. There is one big asterisk next to that. It is raining and he has wet tyres in the garage, not on.
Tires.
He's going to take off. He takes off. Does he? Not really, kind of.
And dogs.
Shivers.
Pressure to the back of him. And Dog's now leading the race again.
Dog is in the lead.
Just losing all the positions. Now almost getting sandwiched. Oh no. Anyway, back to P1. He is currently in P1 leading the race.
Dog's killing this race. Well done. You're going to get your prediction right, and I'm just... But now, Maestro, 10th, 12th. From 1st to... He's from 1st to 12th, just at the start of the second sector. Shivers. Oh, he spun!
Oh! And the spin for Agente into the
and
wall.
Kyle.
Damage on the front wing.
And Kyle.
Oh no.
Make poor Kyle. Kyle needs to...
Meanwhile, Jake overtook Althron for P2. Going into...
Ochtron's coming back around the inside. He's gonna do the over under. Now we saw a lot of spins, ladies and gentlemen, and the track was dry. So we're very excited to see how the drivers challenged and tackled the now saturated track.
Sargent and Oos fighting. Sargent taking. Oos on. And now Oos is fighting Kovac.
Who we got on the outside here? Anime Boy. Anime Boy's on the outside of Sargent too.
James.
Rodri's moved. It's James. Sorry, yeah, you're up. It's Rodri's moved herself up to 6th position as well.
Anime Boy on the inside for the final corner.
Oh,
can you
potential 3 wide. Sargent's going to try and go around the inside. Hey, you told them they can go 7 wide.
And turn one, yeah.
Oh, you might get your wish. He's always gone on the inside of James Ablett.
Oh, Sergeant now into P8.
And XM past James Ablett.
DRS Marshall is overtaking a Gente in the pit lane.
I am not. I don't even. I have no words. I just don't have any. He pit now. I'm just not sure why. You might as well do the rest of the race on dries. He must be a Norris fan. Must be a Norris fan. My goodness, I have no words to say. I just don't. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't understand. This is a bizarre display. You will not see this often in F1. Clearly, he has not recovered, and he should not be racing on this track. And Vroom on the inside.
And a little bit twitchy on the track.
Oh, Rodri biding her time.
Into P5.
Mate, ever since that first safety car, the race just gets insane. Always, they start to say, okay, now we can move up the positions. And everyone does. They bunch up together and it's good racing. Some good racing. And some good strategy decisions as well. Not all of them. I can't believe we didn't put fucking wet tyres on. I'm a ass. Not 1 lap, but 2 laps. My God.
Mr. Incredible.
And we had 1 and 2 on our predictions. Would have been insane. We got Kovacs on the inside of I can't. We got Kovacs on the inside, James Ablett.
Oh,
Carl's a bit
was spinning the car in turn 2. Oh, there's a track limit. For Sergeant. Oh no. Anyway, next up we got...
Who's our closest battle on track? Hesby.
Frosty.
Frosty's coming back up the grid very quickly, to be honest. He's almost really made his way back up. Almost entirely.
Well, he's got his rival right behind him. As he had a...
But do you remember what happened? The guy had to pit, and then he got them. They had a safety car, so he's gotten burnt. And look where he is. Phenomenal work.
That was Kyle. That was Kyle at the pit and then safety car.
Was it Kyle? Are you sure?
Oh, I don't know.
It was Sean.
Anymore.
Sean got taken out.
I don't know anymore.
It was Sean. Trust me.
Anyway, Jake gets... Anyway...
Well, there's Kyle. Kyle's taking another spin. My goodness. I don't know where to look, ladies and gentlemen. There is a lot of action everywhere, all over the track. We've got Sean Frost passing Autran.
Into the pole positions. P3. You know, P3 is better than P4 for if you guys.
Oh, absolutely. We've got James Ablett spins off track. Unlucky from him, I'm not sure what happened. Sergeant in at 7th. Gamble, can you just keep an eye on the deltas for me?
And James is going into the pits. James into the pits. Is he gonna retire? Is he gonna retire? He retires.
That's interesting.
Oh my!
I mean, no,
I am a master. I am a master at predictions.
Why else would he go into the pits?
James.
Why else would he didn't get damage? Master prediction. Yes. Thank you, Master Prediction. Now, I didn't ask you mid-race what your strategy was, but I think we all had the same strategy, and all the drivers actually had the same strategy, except for one, mind you, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think dogs can hold out on these tyres, which another 11 laps to go? Will there be another pit stop?
No, I think you can keep them out until the end.
Will they last?
However, you do not have to make very many slides.
Yes, but do you think they will last?
But they will definitely last till the end of the race.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's your prediction. They will last to the end of the race. Let's see if they do.
Neil Sargent overtook Lavorgerie for P6.
He did. We got Jake
now
sticking to the back
the
of
look of
dogs.
that disgusting car in front of her. I mean, look at it. Look at the green. Looks fucking chemicals, man. My god.
Looks chemicals. It does, and that's why you don't go near it. But I tell you what, phenomenal drive so far from the drivers. Sargent moved back a little bit in the grid. He's actually driving well, I think, in my opinion, to be honest. And Vrome as well, having a phenomenal drive. Gee. I'm not sure if that was a team swap or a please swap or we'll die. That was very, very fast. No, it's
but Sargent now on the back of Arthur. Is he gonna get inside? No. He's waiting. He's waiting until the gap is more open.
We got Carl TV, Hespin, Kovacs battling back here, sorry to interrupt. And Sargent, Autran, there are your battles, and Jake, of course, behind dogs.
But yeah, looking at this is not looking good for our championship leader, Enemy Boy.
Here comes Roger.
Sargent takes time to get outside of P4 into our turn. And now P4 for Mr. Sargent. Crew overtake.
Mate, I reckon this guy drives with more traction in the wet than in the dry.
How is that even possible?
Oh, as I said, that he's had a wiggle.
Wiggle.
Mate, I must have had the commentator's curse or something. You're absolutely right. You did call it. We've got Roger on the back of that battle here, who also has just a quick wheel there around that back corner. At the front here, we still have Jake, your favourite Jake, sitting behind dogs. Now, he stayed that Delta for a while. He's probably just biding his time.
Very slippery out of
very slippery. Let's watch him for a little bit. See how he goes. Oh, he is being very, very careful. Your favourite Jake, you actually dropped your favourite Jake a bit there.
Sargent takes a penalty for track limits. Oh no!
That's okay. That's better than spinning and DNFing and track limits is okay. Jake's taking a penalty. That is huge. Out of the front five, I took your dogs is the only one without a penalty, and he's the leader. So dogs has a massive lead. Phenomenal.
He still has 10 laps to bridge until the finish line.
The issue is his inters are not going to make that, mate. I'm telling you. The inters won't last.
Yeah, but that no one's, bro. No one does.
Yeah, so I'm telling you, I would probably have to pit somewhere through now to get... and I wouldn't do it if I was dogs, but I'll do it if I was mid-pack. Just to get that extra buffer, just in case you get those other people who do pit, or there is another safety car. However, if there is another safety car, everyone should pit, obviously.
But listen, guys. If you're driving and listening to this, do not pit. Do not listen to Mr. J-Dog.
Well, do what you would like to do.
Commentator curse
We're just sharing what we would do. Now, you wouldn't pit, and I would pit. Right?
But yeah, it's who's now on the back of Lavorgerie. Can he make a move into turn one? Let's go off the energy and stays behind.
Who has the freshest? Who has fresh tires? I'll just look here. So DRS isn't sliding that much in comparison. I mean, he might be going.
He has poured up old intermediates.
Yes.
For staying 2 more laps after the safety car.
Yeah, and he is not sliding as much. So I think that they burnt a little bit of rubber on those intermediate tires. I don't think they'll last from looking at it, because you look at Vrome here, Vrome's wiggling all over the place here. Once it gets to lap 6 or 7, they're starting to burn a little bit, because he waited a little bit till the track was a lot wetter. They went onto the track when it was quite dry.
And Oos very close to the rear end of Laura G. Is he gonna go for the move or does he stay behind? I mean, he looks like he lost the
Now he's
rear
gonna.
of Laura
Will he
G.
go past here? Oh, he's got. Oh, he's gone down the inside.
Oh, to the outside.
Roger fighting back on the inside.
Laura G now. Oh, side by side. Through the twitchy sector 3 port. Still side by side. Oh my god, what's happening? And takes the position from
Safe.
Mrs. Laroji.
Safe. You have to let that inside run go there in that weather. It's just one of those things where you can't fight it too much, especially considering that.
And takes a penalty right back.
He got a penalty.
So does Kyle. And another penalty for Kyle.
Out of the top 8 drivers, 2 do not have penalties. 1 is our leader, and 1 is Vrome. So the other drivers all have penalties, which is absolutely insane. So Dogs has solidified his lead. The issue is, will the tyres last? And Vrome, will he be second?
Showing us how tricky the conditions are, especially in sector 1 and 2.
Oh, absolutely.
At 3.
Oh, we got Kyle inside it.
Oh,
shivers. Kovacs on the outside of Kyle. There he snuck in behind him. We find that everything's spacing up a bit now. We'll have a look here.
Oh, and Kyle he's drifting. He's drifting. It's not Tokyo Drift Meet.
I fear Kyle might have had a more dry weather setup.
Is gonna go for it now. Yes, go back on the inside of Kyle.
Oh,
a little bit touchy between the two. Kyle goes off the track because of it. And now Kyle. Oh no! Was that an illegal overtake?
I didn't catch it.
Must have been.
I'm looking at it now.
Kyle just let go of this throw on the straight. However, they're still going side by side in turn 12 now. And Kyle
he has snuck in behind him. Well, that is our battle on track now, ladies and gentlemen, so we'll follow on with these two. Kyle, I believe, has had a drier form of setup. It looks like he has had more instances where his rear end keeps kicking out, meaning he probably is more inclined to dry weather. But
and I think it was Hasby with a little incident.
It was Hasby. You're right.
He has been right.
See, Kovacs now dropped off behind, 1.4 seconds behind Kyle. A little better there, maybe some damage.
I'm not gonna tell you what damage. Anyway, but Kyle now with 6 seconds after having 2 track limit incidents.
So a few incidents today, but nonetheless phenomenal driving, really. Honestly, there've been some great battles. Very, very tricky track. We got, who's your driver of the day so far? Who would you say?
It has to be Dogs, my man. In the lead now, without penalties as well. Driving clean.
I would have agreed with that, but Sean Frost has been phenomenal. Sean Frost taken out, and then he had that issue where they pit in front of him. The cars in front pit because of the safety car, and he had to stay there, and he still made his way back up after being taken out. It was heavy, and he got back into the fight, and that's why I was my driver of the day. Yeah. Always get back into the fight, never give up, or you always have to keep going.
Same with Sargent on the back of the field after the pit stops.
Yeah.
But looking at is having phenomenal pace in the wet conditions.
And XM
Frosty was going for the mover on the outside into the hairpin of turn 1.
Your favorite Jake? Oh, bit of this is my house. This is what he's saying. He did not let him in whatsoever, but he closed the door. Was it illegal? This is my house. I've never heard that.
It was just hard racing.
It was hard racing. depending on the overlaps, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, you know, courtesy and things like that come into play. But however, hard racing there, he's got his position. Hard racing wins races. That's what it is. And you look at, I took your dogs. That's a hard racer. It's I took your win. I take you everything.
On the back of Rome. I took your wife.
I took you everything. I said I called it before. I took you everything.
So sounds a little bit familiar, doesn't it? I took your wife, your kid, your seat.
Mate, you're right.
Like,
what happened? Okay, what happened to you? Doesn't sound familiar to me. We got LaRodri here on the back of XM. Oos oos.
Oot, oot.
Yes, I do know the song.
Now we have
or the video rather.
Yeah. Anyway, they're very close together to Rome.
They are. We got Sean or Sean Frost on the back of favourite Jake. Can Sean Frost upset the dynamic of a I took you everything win after being taken out?
But remember, both Jake and Frosty have 3-second penalties.
This is correct.
So if he wants to go for a win, he has to make the moves very quickly.
I know. I just said, can he? I don't know if he can, but can he get it done? Because that's the most interesting thing. I think that would happen the entire season if he can get that done, and then come back and win with a penalty.
Sargent.
Oh, he's got 3.
Oh, Frosty! The Sergeant has now catched up to the leaders.
And XM Us
Can he do something? Warriors overtook Kovacs for turn 11 PM.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot going on. We're going to have a look at the front 5. That is where the action is, and that's where obviously we want to see where it ends up. As we can see down there, there is a lot of close battles, so we'll go down to them. Can you also have a look and make sure, Gamble, can you keep an eye for me if there are any battles, just to drop down quickly from this top 5, because this is going to be an insane finish. So I just don't want to keep my eye off it.
Looking insane right now, although DRS is on the back of Hesby right now. And
XM
overtaking Rome on the end of the straight for P6.
Mate, this guy's had a good drive as well. He's kept out of trouble. All I've said the whole time is XM Us overtakes. So he's stayed out of trouble. He's done well. Good driving.
Us also went a little bit naughty on the lines. As he has a penalty and almost wins. Oh my god, he does not have the grip.
Are you able to check the penalties again for me, Doc?
And another penalty for Kyle. And another penalty for Kyle.
More penalties coming up. I'll put them up on mine.
He is stacking them up by now. To 9 seconds. My God.
Still not he's still silver medalist because Hespy's got 10 seconds down the bottom there. But Kyle from here at a 0 very quickly in this race.
And Kyle retired in the pit lane.
No further questions, Your Honour. Was it in the pit lane? I didn't see.
No.
It was, yep.
It was in the pit lane, as you can see on the media run.
It's unlucky. It's unlucky for him there. We'll get back to Kyle. Oh, Sean Frost hits Jake spins. Sean Frost. That's right. Get back in the fight. We can still get back in the fight there, but it's going to be difficult, Sean, if you're trying to do that, because 3-second loss from that behind Sargent.
It's just sad.
That's crazy, hey?
No, and it's 4 laps remaining, including this one. Can dogs make no mistakes till the finish line? I will now be quiet until I jinx the man, which I predicted to be here.
No, you didn't jinx him. You jinxed DRS. You said commentators curse on DRS. You didn't say all dogs. That's why it was both of our winners were happening there, and then the commentators curse kicked in.
Oh, and Kovacs and Agenta fighting. Kovacs and Agenta fighting, side by side action. Into sector 3 we go. Oh, it goes a little bit deep. A little bit touchy. Oh no, touchy again. Oh no.
Touchy, oh no. My God. Okay, boy. Oh, a little bit touchy. You know what? Just a little bit. Oh, Dogs is just a really little bit. Dogs trying to hang in there with the car. Oh, we got favourite Jake on the back of Dogs heavily. Oh, Dogs is really, his back end is slipping out really badly now. Mental. Favourite Jake takes the lead. Dogs still has outright lead of the race.
Sargent overtaking Dogs now. I
guarantee you his tyres are destroyed. Oh, Sargent dive up the inside. You know what? No dive. My apologies, but however gets a 6 second or 3 seconds now is a total of 6.
No.
Dogs is just keeping clean. He needs to keep that 3 second buffer between him and the leader.
He does.
He's 2.9. Sorry, 2.1.
He almost pins out on the
He's struggling.
These tires are dead, man. No. And Jake is also struggling as he is.
You can hear those tires. Well. Those tires want to go into the wall. You can hear the screeching of them. Oh,
and we don't know where Jake is as he is glitching all over the place.
He's actually glitching everywhere. We'll go on board with Dogs.
Oh. Jake is spinning and glitching at the same time.
This is mental. Your favourite Jake has entered the Matrix. Ladies and gentlemen, oh, Dogs almost loses the car watching Jake. I think if he can hold on, the issue is where is Jake? We don't know how far ahead he is.
This battle is nail biting.
It is nail biting. Is Animo Boy gonna make a pass on Rodri?
Is Sargent gonna do something right here? No.
Oh, he might.
He's going for the header on the outside.
He will.
This is gonna cost Jake the time that he desperately needs.
Dogs is a smart man. He knows if they fight, they will slow each other down, and all he's done is just sit there on his rubber that has nothing else left. There's nothing else left on that thing, and he is just watching them.
It's not enters, It's not enters anymore. They become slinters.
Mate, they're Tokyo Drift tires. They're not even. That's. The guy would be wiggling the stick back and forth every time he turns a corner. You can see it.
Well,
that is nuts.
As you can see some Austin drifting.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more lap to go till I Took Your Dogs wins the race. And Game Boy has predicted his win, mind you. And mind you, this would solidify the defeat of DRS Maestro, who is in 13th position. This would solidify. The rivalry ended after one fight. Will it happen?
After one safety car.
One punch.
Bro.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Let's talk about Dogs. I don't want to talk about it. Mate. We're going to stay with Dogs, ladies and gentlemen, until he brings it home. Because, he might. Luckily, Sargent has 6 seconds. Sargent has 6 seconds. So, if Sargent had 3, Dogs may have been in trouble.
But he's not. He's on 6.
Yeah, correct. If Dogs can get around the track without getting a penalty or spinning this last couple of corners, he will solidify the rivalry, and possibly even be at the head of the championship game. But can you double check that for me if he's going to be head of the championship as well?
He has to be within the 50 points of DRS's total.
He's 24 ahead.
Yeah, no, but he has to be within the 50 points. He
No,
doesn't need to be ahead.
No, he has to reach 50 points.
And within...
I took your dogs wins the race. The land, the man, the myth, the legend. It's sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I took you everything.
It's I took your win.
I took your win. It's I took you everything. Absolute legend. What a race. What a race. Solidifies the rivalry. Absolutely solidifies it. And we have...
Throws oil on the fire.
Throws oil on DRS, really big. Who is still finishing in 13th. Who is still hurt with damage from last week. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was a phenomenal race. We're going to round up. I took your dogs, first position, great drive. Jake, second position. And Sergeant in third. They're top three. We'll be doing interviews for those on the platform, the PlayStation platform. Now, I'm just going to confirm quickly which of those are. I believe all three are. So give me one moment while Game Boy, if you can round out just the rest of the grid for me.
It looks to be Sergeant. He is on a PC, if I'm not mistaken.
No worries.
So, but we're gonna do definitely interviews with Dogs and Jake. So here we go, guys. Your podium sitters, Jake and Sergeant. Then we have rounding off the top 10, Frosty, Vroom, Oos, Lavagerie, Althorn, Enemy Boy, and Warriors. And then down we have Agente, Kovac, DRS Maestro. Poor driving from him today. Poor decision making as he's still been suffering from damage from last week. Hespe in P14. And then we have the DNFs of Kyle, James, Bob Walters, and Laura. Here we go, guys.
No worries.
18 drivers are results.
Gamble, can you invite your favourite Jake? I don't seem to be able to find him on here. Meanwhile, I will get Dogs in the chat, and we'll see what he has to say for that win.
Well, hello, Mr. Dog.
The man, the myth, I took you everything. Who has now... What was going on there? You drove like a man possessed.
Well, it was a real struggle, I'm not going to lie, towards the end. Them intermediates just wanted to kill me. But I did see that people had penalties, and then when I seen, I think it was Ant, I don't know who it was.
Artwin, yeah.
Seconds,
It was Sergeant.
Yeah.
Sergeant was the 6 seconds,
They
yeah.
had more pace than me. They had much more pace than me, and I was just trying to make sure they couldn't get the run on me.
Mate, you had the smarts.
But yeah, really
That's
good
all
race.
that matters.
Always good to see DRS stay out on hard
Mate,
tires.
I don't want to talk about it. Don't talk about it to me. We had a bet. I don't know. No, we had a bet. I don't know if you had the commentary with you. We had a bet. I bet DRS to win, and he bet you to win, and it would have been a great
Good
race.
luck, Game Boy.
No, it would have been a great, phenomenal
Don't
battle.
win against the dog. That's not right.
Well, he didn't even try to fight. He just
You
didn't
don't
bet.
know, put your money on the dog.
You know what? It would have been a phenomenal battle, and it was ruined. So I don't want to talk about it, but nonetheless, phenomenal drive, mate. It was a really good drive, really good smarts in the drive.
Thank you very much. I loved it.
And that's a win.
What were the tyre percentages on?
My ass off. 58 on the rears of the
You looked like you were like, mate.
It was.
Yeah, it
I
looked
couldn't
hard.
even get the throttle down towards the end. I was scared I might even lose some positions because I was scared to actually accelerate on them corners. It was like ice.
We stayed with you that whole way just to see if you did, and you didn't spin.
Just to see if I fucked up, right?
No, just see if we wanted you to win. We were with you to see your victory, not to see your loss. You know?
Thank you very much.
No, nonetheless, great win, my friend. Great win, my friend. And that could put you at the top of the leadership as well, I believe.
Let's not go there anyway.
We
find out
won't.
when they do the standings.
We won't as of yet, but it could possibly do so. Great drive, and your rivalry has been.
Puts me more than 50 points.
It does certainly put you more than 50 points.
You've got two other drivers to talk to, yeah. The stream can't go on.
No.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, my friend. We'll chat soon. Take care.
Yeah, and you too.
See you next week on the track, mate.
Game Boy, did you get a hold of Jake?
I invited him, but he's not yet joined the party.
That's okay.
I'm gonna invite him again.
Let me. As for Sergeant, I don't have my Discord connected, unfortunately, and it won't connect, so I won't be able to do the interview. The poor guy's got 2 podiums 2 weeks in a row, and he's got no interview. So I just want to say a special shout out to him. Great drive, Sergeant. It was phenomenal. And here we have your favourite Jake. Jake, how are you, mate? Great drive, mate.
Thank y'all, man. That was a really fun race.
How did you feel out there? It was between the top 5. It was touch and go at any time.
Yeah, Dogs, Sergeant, they were all, like, they flew up behind me, honestly. Sergeant could have won if he didn't have that one penalty.
That 6 second, yeah, and you had Sean at one point.
I was on the verge of getting a 6 second also. One more warning and I would have had it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was pretty terrified of that. That was a fun race. Dogs had a hell of a race.
He did, but you did too, my good sir. Great race. You drove smart, you drove well, and everyone in that top 5 really showed how it's done, to be honest. So thank you very much for doing so. So we want to say, what do you think about DRS not pitting? Who was not?
Yeah, he was on them hard tires.
He was. I want to ask you, because you were around the same time, and he would have been up there with you. So what are your thoughts on that?
That was a hard decision to make, honestly, because when I was worried, I saw the raindrops and I said, this is the chance to pit right here. But then two other people pitted on the once the safety car went around one lap, and I think he should have probably. I mean, I know he still would have lost some positions, but that probably was the time to do it.
It was, yeah. It was one of those things where it looked like it was. I think it was a Campbell made. I'm not sure, but thank you very much anyway. Thank you. Great race again, and we love giving you some stream time. We know that, and no hard feelings as always. Hey, no, it was phenomenal racing this week. It was phenomenal racing this week, but phenomenal.
All love over here, bro.
Always, my friend, always. No problems. No worries. No worries, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week, my friend.
Always, I'll be here.
No worries. No worries, brother.
Yes.
All right, guys. So we're gonna wrap that up. It looks like, look, Sergeant, we can't interview. We will sort that out. And I will give Sergeant a special interview personally, maybe. But we're going to wrap that up.
Maybe.
Just depending on if it works or not. You know, we're just going to have to test it because we're not sure if it does. Yeah. But phenomenal job by him anyway. And thank you very much for joining us here. And we do have the Nano Division coming up in that, half an hour? So join us there. For some
and if you like Tier 2 driving next week, same time we have Baku for you guys.
Absolutely, and like and subscribe. Thank you very much.
It's going to be some wall bangers.
Absolutely. Hopefully no damage though.
No.
No worries, guys. Take care.
At least.
Take care and see you next week.